Everything in your life is a reflection of the energy you hold within to live a life of confidence, self, reset, and alignment. You must release the need to chase what isn't meant for you. You are not here to beg for love, attention, or opportunities. You are here to attract them. The energy you put out is the energy you receive when you beg. You are saying, "I am not enough," when you chase. You are signaling, "I lack trust in myself," in the process. But when you center yourself, when you become the magnet, everything shifts. No more chasing, no more playing games, no more waiting by your phone for a text. That behavior comes from scarcity and fire, states that lower your energy. It's time to operate from a new field of power. You see, the people, opportunities, and outcomes that align with your highest self are drawn to you when you focus on being. Instead of grasping, when you understand your worth, you no longer feel the need to convince someone of your value. You no longer tolerate mixed signals or immature games. Instead, you become so solid in your purpose that others feel it. Let go of attachment. Trust the process. Understand this truth. The more you raise your internal energy through self-work, healing, and intention, the less you need to chase. Externally, the right people will see you, respect you, and come toward you effortlessly. The opportunities will flow because you are in flow. The question is, will you decide to stop operating from survival? Will you stop giving your energy to what drains you and shift to what empowers you? You don't need to beg. You don't need to text excessively. You don't need to manipulate with games. You only need to become a vibrational match to the life you desire when you operate from scarcity. You are aligning yourself with a state of lack of belief that there isn't enough love, opportunity, or success to go around. Scarcity is a mindset rooted in survival, where fear drives your actions. When you beg for someone's time, chase after approval, or grasp for validation, you are reinforcing the idea that you are incomplete. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy become entangled with desperation, and desperation pushes away the very things you want most. The universe responds to the energy you emit. If you constantly think in terms of "I don't have" or "I need this to feel whole," you are signaling a frequency of insufficiency. That frequency cannot match abundance, peace, or fulfillment, because it vibrates at a much lower level. The more you chase after what you think is missing, the more you repel it. Because chasing creature resistance, it's like trying to hold on to water. The tighter you grasp, the more it slips through your fingers to move. Beyond scarcity, you must shift your internal state. Instead of looking at what you don't have, begin to feel as if everything you desire already exists in your life. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and connect with the version of yourself who has already arrived. How does it feel to be whole? How does it feel to no longer need anyone's approval, to no longer need to beg for attention, to no longer operate and lack? When you allow yourself to feel those elevated emotions, gratitude, confidence, wholeness, you begin to shift your energy. The mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what you vividly imagine. When you embody the feelings of abundance, now you collapse the space between you and what you desire. The right people, opportunities, and experiences start to show up, not because you are chasing them, but because you have become an energetic match to them. You no longer operate in fear of missing out, because you know that everything meant for you will line up effortlessly. When you break free from scarcity, you reclaim your power. You no longer look outward to fill an internal void. You no longer act out of desperation or cling to things that do not serve you. Instead, you trust the process. Anchor yourself in self-worth and focus on being rather than grasping. You become someone who attracts naturally, effortlessly, because you are no longer signaling to the universe that you are incomplete. You are signaling that you are whole. And wholeness is where abundance lives when you align with your worth. You shift from seeking validation outside of yourself to recognizing that everything you need already exists within you. Your worth is not determined by how others see you, nor is it something you earn. It is inherent. It's a part of who you are the moment you stop searching for approval, chasing attention, or clinging to relationships and outcomes. You begin to step into a deeper understanding of your true value when you don't see your own worth. You unconsciously teach the world to overlook it. As well, you tolerate behavior that doesn't align with your highest self, and you settle for less than you deserve. But when you begin to honor yourself, your time, your energy, and your boundaries, everything begins to shift. You become the gatekeeper of your life. Deciding what energy you allow in and what you let go of this process isn't about proving yourself to anyone. It's about embodying the truth of who you are. When you operate from a place of worthiness, you no longer feel the need to chase love, approval, or success. You understand that nothing external can complete you because you are already whole. This is where true power begins. Instead of reacting to the world, you start to create it. Instead of needing someone to validate you, you radiate such a deep sense of confidence and authenticity that the right people and opportunities naturally gravitate toward you. Aligning with your worth requires you to silence the noise of external opinions and reconnect with your inner self. It's about learning to trust that you are enough exactly as you are, and that you don't need to beg for a seat at anyone's table. You realize you can build your own. You become aware of the energy you carry, and you begin to act, speak, and make decisions in ways that reflect your value. The shift happens within when you stop settling for less. The external world must adjust to match the new standard you set. Relationships improve, or they fall away to make space for better ones. Opportunities that align with your vision begin to appear, not because you are forcing them, but because you are finally aligned with the energy of abundance. The truth is, your worth has never been in question. It is you who must choose to see it. And when you do, the world around you will reflect it back to you, because life is always a mirror of what you believe to be true about yourself. To align with your worth is to walk through life knowing you are enough, that you are deserving, and that you are worthy of everything you desire without needing to beg, chase, or settle. Energy is the language of the universe. It speaks before you do it, vibrates beyond your words, and it influences everything around you. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every belief you hold carries a frequency, a signal that you are constantly broadcasting. People may not always hear what you say, but they always feel the energy you emit. This silent force has the power to either attract or repel the outcomes, relationships, and experiences in your life when you operate from low-energy states, like desperation, neediness, or fear. You communicate far more than your words could ever express. Begging for someone's attention over texting or chasing after approval transmits a signal that you lack trust in yourself and in life. The energy of insecurity can't be masked with clever words or superficial actions because energy doesn't lie. The more you try to compensate outwardly, the louder your internal state speaks. But when you shift into elevated emotional states, confidence, calm, self-assuredness, you send out a completely different frequency. There's no need to chase, no need to prove, no need to manipulate with words or games, because your energy speaks for you. It says, I am whole, I am enough, I trust myself in the process of life. This energy becomes magnetic, and it draws toward you people and opportunities that resonate at the same level. The truth is, your energy creates the conditions of your life. If you want better outcomes, you don't need to push harder or say the right things. You need to shift your internal state. The mind and body must align with what you want to experience externally. Imagine walking into a room with an energy that radiates peace, purpose, and self-respect. Without saying a word, people will feel drawn to you. They won't know why, but they'll sense something different, something powerful. This is because elevated energy has coherence, and coherence is attractive. When your energy is clear and aligned, your intentions become amplified. You no longer send mixed signals to the world by saying one thing but feeling another. You no longer act out of fear while claiming you want peace. Instead, you embody the truth of what you desire. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions come into harmony, and the energy you emit becomes undeniable. You don't have to chase, because you are the magnet. The shift begins with awareness. Ask yourself, what energy am I sending out? Is it coming from love or from fear, from abundance or from lack? Once you recognize the vibration you're living in, you can begin to elevate it. You can choose thoughts that empower you, emotions that uplift you, and beliefs that reflect your worth. This internal shift creates an external ripple effect that words alone could never achieve. In the end, it's not about what you say, it's about who you are. The energy you embody will always speak louder than any words you could say, and it will shape the way the world responds to you. Letting go of attachment is not about giving up on what you desire. It's about releasing the grip of control and surrendering to a greater flow. Attachment comes from a state of fear. Fear of losing something, fear of being incomplete, or fear of not getting what you want. When you hold on too tightly, you create resistance, because the energy of attachment sends a signal of lack. It says, I need this to feel whole. And that very need pushes what you want further away. The mind clings to outcomes, people, and circumstances because it feels safe in the illusion of control. But the truth is, when you attach yourself to an outcome, you limit what life can deliver you, close yourself off to infinite possibilities by insisting on one specific path. Imagine holding a clenched fist. Nothing can enter and nothing can leave. This is what attachment does. It traps your energy, leaving you stuck in cycles of frustration, disappointment, and imbalance. To let go of attachment is to trust. It's about shifting from needing something external to validate your happiness, to understanding that your internal state is the key to everything. When you release the grip of control, you begin to trust that life will unfold as it's meant to you. Stop trying to force outcomes and instead focus on aligning your energy with what you want to experience. This shift creates space for new opportunities to flow toward you. Effortlessly imagine planting a seed in fertile soil. You don't stand over it demanding it grow faster. You water it, you nurture it, and you trust the natural process. The same is true for your desires. When you set a clear intention and then release the attachment to how and when it will happen, you allow life to orchestrate the details in ways you may not even imagine. The energy you carry, calm, confident, and trusting, creates a magnetism that draws your desires to you with ease. Letting go doesn't mean indifference, it means freedom. It means you no longer depend on a specific outcome or person to feel whole and worthy. It means you can love, dream, and pursue your goals without being enslaved to the need for validation. This detachment raises your energy because it shifts you from lack to abundance. You begin to feel as though everything you desire is already on its way to you. And that feeling alone changes the frequency you emit. The moment you let go, you reclaim your power. Instead of being controlled by external circumstances, you become the creator of your experience. You step into flow, a state where life moves through you, not against you. People, opportunities, and experiences that align with your highest self naturally find you. Because you're no longer blocking their path with resistance, You trust the process, and in that trust, you discover peace, clarity, and a sense of wholeness that no external attachment could ever provide. Letting go is not a loss. It's a profound act of faith in yourself and the intelligence of the universe. When you release the need to control, you open yourself to receiving far more than you ever thought possible. You move beyond attachment into freedom, where everything you truly desire can finally come to you. Shifting from chasing to attracting is about moving from a state of desperation and force to a state of trust and alignment. Chasing comes from an energy of lack. It carries the belief that what you want is outside of you, separate and difficult to attain. When you chase, you operate in survival mode, where fear drives your thoughts and actions. You grasp, you cling, and you push, believing that through force or effort, you can make something happen. But in truth, chasing only creates resistance, because the signal you were sending to the universe is, "I don't have it, and I need it to feel whole." Attracting, on the other hand, comes from a completely different state of being. It is born from a sense of inner abundance, where you no longer feel the need to pursue anything to feel complete. When you shift into this state, you become a magnet. You no longer act out of need. You embody the energy of already having what you desire. And because energy creates reality, the external world begins to reorganize itself to match your internal state. This shift requires you to stop looking outward and start looking inward, instead of chasing love, attention, or opportunities. Ask yourself, who do I need to become to naturally attract what I desire? The answer lies in how you think, feel, and act. Your thoughts generate your emotions shape your energy, and your energy creates your life. When you think thoughts of abundance and worthiness, when you feel joy, confidence, and gratitude, you begin to emit a frequency that is aligned with what you want. It's no longer about striving or struggling. It's about becoming a VI vibrational match. Attracting requires trust, to trust in yourself, in your worth, and in the intelligence of life. When you align your energy and focus on being rather than chasing, the things that are meant for you begin to find you. People are drawn to your calm, confident energy. Opportunities appear seemingly out of nowhere because you are no longer forcing life to happen. You are allowing it to unfold. Think of it like this: when you chase, you're running towards something, but you're also pushing it away because the energy of need creates distance. But when you stand still in your power firm, in the belief that what you desire is already on its way, you become a gravitational force. You no longer expend energy chasing. Instead, your energy flows back into you, amplifying your presence and magnetism. The process of attracting begins with the decision to change your state. You stop trying to manipulate outcomes or people, and you focus on elevating your inner world. Instead of meeting someone or something to validate your worth, you become the source of your own fulfillment. You realize that everything you are seeking externally is first created within. The more whole you feel, the more effortlessly you attract Hess in your relationships, your career, and your life. To shift from chasing to attracting is to realize that you don't need to force anything to happen. You simply need to become the version of yourself who already lives the life you want. When you embody that energy, when you think, feel, and act in alignment with it, you send a powerful signal that the universe cannot ignore. Life begins to respond, not because you're chasing it, but because you've become magnetic to the very things you once sought. You stop running, you stop forcing, you stop pleading with life. Instead, you become still, you become intentional, and you become aligned. From this place of alignment, you no longer chase, you attract, and everything you desire flows to you. Not because you demanded it, but because you became the person who was ready to receive it. Trusting the process is about surrendering to the unseen flow of life and allowing yourself to be guided by a deep intelligence. It requires you to release the need for control, to let go of how and when things will happen, and instead focus on aligning with the feelings and vision of what you desire. When you trust the process, you acknowledge that there is a natural order to life, one that operates beyond your limited perspective, and that everything you are seeking is already in motion, making its way toward you. The challenge is that the mind often resists trust. It craves certainty. It wants to know the how, and it fixates on immediate results when things don't happen on your timeline or in the way you expect. Doubt creeps in, fear takes over, and you begin to question whether what you desire is even possible. But trust is the antidote to this resistance. Trust invites you to shift from a state of control to a state of allowing. It asks you to step out of survival mode, where you push, force, and grasp, and into a state of creation, where you align with the flow of life and let it work for you, not against you. Imagine planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, you give it sunlight, and you trust the natural process of growth. Life works the same way. Your intentions, your dreams, goals, and desires are seeds that you plant with your thoughts and emotions. If you constantly doubt or question them, you interrupt the process, but when you trust, you allow the unseen to unfold in its perfect timing. You shift from a mindset of impatience to one of deep inner knowing. Trusting the process also means understanding that delays, challenges, and detours are not failures. They are lessons, abort opportunities, and redirections, guiding you towards something greater. When something doesn't go the way you planned, it doesn't mean you've lost your path. It simply means life is reorganizing circumstances to align with your highest good. You must resist the urge to react with frustration or fear, and instead ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I grow from this? By leaning into trust, you transform obstacles into stepping stones that strengthen your faith and resilience. The energy of trust is powerful because it shifts you from lack to abundance. When you trust, you no longer operate from neediness or desperation. You stop chasing results or outcomes because you know they are already on their way. You begin to feel a sense of peace in the present moment because you understand that the journey is just as important as the destination. Each day becomes an opportunity to align your energy, refine your vision, and embody the feelings of the life you want to create. To trust the process is to live in harmony with life. It's choosing to believe that what you desire exists, that it is already in motion, and that you are becoming the person who is ready to receive it. You no longer obsess over timelines, outcomes, or the how. Instead, you focus on showing up every day as the highest version of yourself. You act as though your future is already here, and in doing so, you invite it to manifest effortlessly. Trust is not passive. It is active. It requires you to stay aligned with your vision, to keep nurturing your dreams, and to remain open to the infinite possibilities life has to offer. When you trust the process, you remove the resistance, and you allow life to bring you everything you desire. In its perfect timing, you let go of the need to control, and instead step into flow, a state where everything unfolds as it's meant to, and where the journey becomes just as beautiful as the destination itself. Strengthening your inner state is about mastering the one thing you have complete control over: yourself. It means cultivating a sense of calm, resilience, and clarity. No matter what is happening around you, most people allow their external circumstances to dictate their internal world. If something goes wrong, they react with frustration, fear, or doubt. If things go well, they feel happy, confident, or at ease. This roller coaster of emotions ties your peace to the unpredictable nature of life, leaving you vulnerable and powerless. But when you strengthen your inner state, you step into a new level of awareness. You realize that you are not at the mercy of your environment. You are the creator of your experience. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the building blocks of your reality. And, and by learning to regulate them, you become unshakable. You no longer react to life. You respond to it. You become centered, clear, and intentional, regardless of the chaos that may surround you, to strengthen your inner state. You must first understand that your mind and body are interconnected. Every thought you think creates an emotional response in the body, and every emotion reinforces that thought in a continuous loop. If you think disempowering thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "nothing ever works out for me," your body will feel low, tense, or drained. This internal state then dictates how you act and what you attract. But when you take charge of your thoughts and feelings, you break that cycle. You consciously choose empowering thoughts that generate elevated emotions like confidence, gratitude, and peace. Regardless of external conditions, this is the work to become aware of your internal state and shift it deliberately. You start by observing your thoughts when you catch yourself spiraling into worry, self-doubt, or frustration. Pause and redirect. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Does it align with who I want to be? By interrupting these unconscious patterns, you reclaim your power and start creating your reality on purpose. Next, focus on your emotions. Strengthening your inner state means generating elevated emotions within yourself, independent of anything outside. You close your eyes, breathe deeply, and connect with feelings like gratitude, joy, or love. Imagine what it would feel like to already have everything you desire. Let that feeling fill every cell of your body. Your body doesn't know the difference between an actual experience and one you vividly imagine. The more you practice these elevated emotions, the more you condition your body and mind to live in this new state of being. As you strengthen your inner state, you become less reactive to the world around you when challenges arise. Instead of feeling defeated, you stay calm and ask, "How can I grow from this? What's the lesson here?" When others doubt you or misunderstand you, you no longer let their energy pull you down because you are anchored in who you are. This inner stability makes you magnetic. You begin to draw to you the people, opportunities, and outcomes that match your elevated energy. Strengthening your inner state is not about ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It's about becoming so rooted in your power that nothing external can shake you. You stop depending on circumstances to make you feel good, because you know you can generate those feelings from within. This shift creates coherence between your mind, body, and energy, allowing you to step into a flow state where life begins to work with you, not against you. When your inner state is strong, you radiate confidence, calm, and purpose. People sense this energy because it is undeniable. You no longer seek validation or chase after outcomes. Instead, you attract effortlessly. You become the eye of the storm, where peace exists even in chaos. And as you strengthen this internal foundation, day by day, you unlock the ability to create a life that reflects your highest vision, because you have become the person who can hold it. Releasing the fear of rejection is about freeing yourself from the illusion that your worth depends on someone else's opinion or validation. Rejection, at its core, is not about you. It's about perception, perspective, and alignment. Yet many people internalize rejection as a reflection of their inadequacy, feeding a cycle of fear, doubt, and emotional contraction.